Oh, okay. I'll just screenshot that. What's going on, everybody? Screenshot. To go through. Hold on. My bad. Alright, I think I got it that time. Ooh. Okay, I got it. What's going on, family? What's going on, famo? How's everybody doing today? On this beautiful Wednesday daytime in some parts of the world. There are some of the world that the time frame is different, so we got to respect them as well. You know, they're not running on our time. You know, respect their time, respect their time. So yeah, how's everybody doing today though? How's everybody doing today? It's your boy Truth. You know, and I wanted to go over. Well, last week, let's talk about this. Last week, I covered uh, a video on kindness. All right, if you haven't, go check that one out. Um, and then this week is actually going to be something quite identical to it, to kindness. And this is me covering goodness. Okay. Last week was kindness. This is goodness. Which they have their similarities, but they're different at the same time. Okay. Goodness is the internal qualities. Um, you know, being virtuous and like morally upright, while kindness is more like the external. Kindness is more like the external. You know, the active like expressions of the goodness through being like friendly. You know, the gestures. Being generous, being considerate. You know, in action towards others. You know, goodness is basically the state of being like morally good. You know, it's like the state of being morally good. I gotta check this out later. I'll check that out later. So yeah, it's basically this is the state of being morally good, and kindness is like the action that demonstrates that goodness. All right, you get me blood. All right, like helping somebody, offering a helping hand, offering even just kind words. These are things of goodness. All right. Now, some traits. Let's talk about the traits, right? Some traits of goodness are okay. We have integrity, right? We have integrity. We have morality. We have virtue. We have honesty. You know, we have your character, honesty, in a character as well. Your uprightness, righteousness, and your ethics. All right. All of these are basically the traits that um, that come with goodness. When you see these areas in your life, they're in line, and you feel like they're in good standing with God. You're on a good pathway. All right. Now, the the opposite. Oh, if you guys are just getting in at all, when you get a chance, go ahead, smash that like button. Go ahead, smash that like button. You know, if you even like what you hear, and even a lot of bit, um, smash that like button. You know, get this across the algorithm. Help push this out so that many of people can see this and hear this. Because I think a lot of people will need to see this and hear this at this time frame of life that we're in right now. Can we all agree? Can I get an amen? All right. Okay. So let's get into it. Hold on one second. Let me turn this up because it's screaming. Okay. Um, Now, what were we talking? So we're talking. So basically, I was talking about, um, smashing that like button, and letting um, to get, we're working, we're working. Um, so let's go into the opposite. All right, let's go into the opposite of what goodness is. All right, so I'll give you a few seconds to kind of think about it. If I were to tell you what are some opposites of goodness, I'll give you a few seconds to kind of like sit and think about it. All right, ready and go. All right, I give you guys some time. Oh, yeah, if you guys haven't seen already, got my Haiti hat on. I know you guys heard what happened. Finally, Haiti were able to, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing now. God said it to be a perfect time as this. That's really, what you can say about it. It's been 52 years since they've, before they could head to, World Cup. So you could tell God's moving. That's all you can say. And you could tell we're in a season of change. Something big is happening. Something big is coming. So if you're not walking with God, this is a really good chance for you to step a little bit closer to Him. All right, and be for real. Be serious. Like this walk is not easy, but it's better to be on this side than to be like in the world. And because in the world there's no purpose. You're sacrificing and you're working hard for purpose. You know, God gives us a choice. We can sacrifice and work hard for kingdom and for purpose, or we basically just because either way you're gonna struggle. You know what I'm trying to say? Like either way you're gonna struggle. Whether it's doing it His way or doing it the world's way. And doing it the world's way, you're gonna struggle, and basically you're not struggling for a purpose. You're just struggling endlessly. Imagine that. That's almost like another version of hell, if you think about it. That's kind of interesting. Now that I mentioned it like that. If you guys want to dissect that, you can go do just that. Um, but yeah, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it, guys, so we don't deviate too far. All right, so now we're talking about the opposite of goodness. I was trying to give you guys a little bit of time to think on what that looks like. What's the opposite of goodness? I wanted to give you guys time to just ponder and think, ponder and think, ponder and think about what the opposite of goodness is. I want to give you some time. All right, let's get into it. All right, so now the opposite. Let's talk about it. The opposite of goodness, all right, are as follows. We have evil. All right, we have wickedness. We have immorality. We have villainy. And for some of us who don't know what villainy means, basically, in superhero movies where you have the superhero and you have the villain. Yeah, when you choose to act like the villain in the storyline, that's what the opposite of goodness is. All right. Um, you have degradation. You have badness. You have corruption. Right. You have sin, and you have evil doing. All of these things are the fruits and traits that derives from when basically that's the opposite of goodness. When you have the opposite of goodness within you. All right, we're talking about the opposite of goodness right now. These are the traits that a person will carry when you could tell how a person is by the way their heart's set up. All right, now if they come at you like this, where they're not compassionate, long-suffering, understanding, things of that nature, then yeah, you just know that's not it. That's not it. You just trying to not it. Hold on. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. I gotta put this on charge because this one wants to play today. You wanna play? Hold on. Let me see. Okay. All right, we're back. Heart is set up. Who this is? Some of these people don't have hearts. Oh yeah, that's true. Daily, yeah, it's true. Some people don't have hearts. It's unfortunate. We only got one life to live. You feel me? It's like, why would you? It's like, wouldn't you want your heart to be happy. You basically you live a happy life. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't do the things that'll set your own personal heart up for like sadness and dysfunction and all that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, life's too short for that. Try to aim for happiness. You feel me? All right. So let's get back into it. Let's get back into it real quick. We're talking right. Evil, wickedness, immorality, villainy, degradation, badness, corruption, sin. Hold on. This is acting up. Okay, sin and evil doing. All right. Um, those are what that is with that. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So now that's talking about the opposite of goodness. Now let's get back to goodness itself. All right, goodness, and you know, let's break that down a little bit more. All right. Um, Now goodness is the quality of being basically like morally good or virtuous. All right, your morals kind of like it's kind of like what are your morals like? That's really what it comes down to. All right, what are your morals like? Do you consider yourself virtuous? Are you virtuous? Would you consider yourself maybe not so virtuous and you know you do people wrong and dirty and things of that nature? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we know we know when we ain't doing the best. You know, we know when we walking in darkness. We know as much we try to fool ourselves, nah, but you know, all right. Um, so you gotta kind of we gotta really just have these check-ins with check in with ourselves and just ask ourselves, are we in good standing with ourselves? Are we in good standing and walking with God? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, these things are things we have to ask ourselves more consistently and be like, just to have a conversation with ourselves, just just to know we're walking in righteousness and in goodness versus you don't want the other end. Trust me. A lot of times it don't end well. A lot of the times. Um, Now, we got to ask ourselves, do you embrace the qualities that promote positive outcomes and well-being for humanity as a whole? Goodness is intrinsically tied to God's nature, okay? And basically it's kind of like it includes being the source of all good. That's basically where the source of goodness is like it's all about. All right, things like displaying qualities like love, mercy and justice, and acting in ways that benefit humanity. Often summarized as doing good. Doing good, being good in the world. All right, are you selfless and giving rather than being selfish and obtaining for yourself? Do you find yourself to be the one that take more than you give? Are you that type of person, or do you enjoy giving at the same time? And I want to even go out and say it's like, as far as like giving goes, you have to kind of like put yourself in a position mentally and in your heart to kind of like get to the point where you like giving. I don't know if I'm saying it right, because you that's just how God is like happy about it and he's walking with you and things are going good. No. Hold on. So, all right. Um so like I was saying, are you selfless? Do you give more? Or are you the type to just take and not think about the next person? These are questions we have to ask ourselves, for real. What's going on, Jadon? Oh, oh, I see you, I see you. Funny, funny. Alright, alright. So yeah, we have to ask ourselves that question and be real with ourselves. Are we more of takers or are we more of givers? Because at the end of the day, that's a good source to determine how our character is. The character of a person, you'll know it by that, by by that being one of the many ways. You know, you gotta kind of be quick to identify these things. Okay, do you have, let's say this, do you have inner purity? Do you have inner purity? These are questions we have to really ask ourselves. Not saying we're perfect. I ain't gonna say perfect. Nobody's perfect. Alright? Nobody's perfect. But what I'm saying is, we have to try. Let's keep it 100 and on point. You have to try. Try to be better every day. Be better than yesterday. Get closer to God. Be more intentional. When you love God more, you open up to God, you guess what? You automatically find yourself changing, and you'll find yourself loving people more and doing more for people and loving people more. That's that goodness. You heard me, blood. Okay. Now, do you emulate God? How about that? Do you emulate God? Do you sort of copy a little? Even if obviously, even if you don't copy everything about Him, do you copy something from Him? Are you intentional about that? Do you copy something from God? His ways. Are you consistent with effort when it comes to doing for other people? Are you consistent with effort? Or do you try to be consistent? I mean, we're not perfect, but do you at least try to be consistent with, with doing for other people? Do you practice justice? Basically, when you see someone doing wrong in the middle of a road, a grown person beating up on a kid, things like that of that nature, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there and be one of those people that took a video and go into video mode and start recording the entire thing, talking about, oh, hey, whoa, what a swinger, oh my gosh, boy, oh, come on, slide with it. You look better than that, or else you wouldn't have got hit. Like, I'm trying to say, we got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. If God was God, if that was, you had to ask yourself, if that was God instead of you there, what do you think God would have done? You think God would have acted like that, the way you acted? Oh, sitting there recording. You think God would sit there and just record it? Yeah, look at God sitting there recording a fight, man. Like, bro, like I'm just saying, man. Just saying. All right, let's get back to it. I digress. All right. Now that's basically practicing justice. When you see things going wrong, do you back up the weak? Do you stand up for the poor? Or do you back up the strong and the fortunate, the 1% of the world, the wealthy and the rich? If you had to pick a side, would you pick the lesser end or the higher end? These are things that emulate, showing you how your goodness level. Sorry, the little burp in my mouth. Sorry. And do you do good Here's a really, here's another one. And a really, really good one at that. All right, you ready? Ask yourself this. Now, do you do good? Do you do good when no one is watching? Go ahead and clap for that one. Go ahead. Clap it up. Ask yourself that question and clap it up. Yep. You can go ahead and celebrate while you're at it. Do you do things where it doesn't have to be seen, basically? When no one is watching, that is the question of the matter of fact, okay? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Do we do good when no one is watching? This will ultimately show the character of your heart. Ultimately, it will show if your heart is on the closer on the goodness side. Who this? Saeed. Oh, what's going on, Jaden? I see you. I understand you, bro. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Saeed? What's happening? What's happening? Hello to you too, bro. What's happening? What's going on, famo? Hope everything's going good with you. Hope everything's going good. Hope everything's going good. All right, guys. So yeah, we're talking about. No, I'm not. This is my. No, this is I'm not. Yeah, that's me right there. That's me. That's me. People think a lot of people will literally think that that I'm Indian, that I'm what's another good one? Jamaican. I've gotten Jamaican. I want a super chat. How can I want a super chat? All right, tell you what, bro. For now, shoot me a follow, and we'll talk about it. Shoot me a follow, so I can so we can definitely get on that. I'm a little tied up right now, but I got you in the near future. As you guys are entering, don't be afraid. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It'll help me get that. Hey, turn up. Yes, sir. Bet. Good to have you on the team. Making moves. What was I gonna say? What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, I remember. Aha. I remember. So if you guys are joining in, go ahead and smash that like button. Help me get this throughout the algorithm. I feel like a lot of people need to listen and hear this. A lot of people need to hear this. Especially us who are closer with being in the dark. A lot more people are in the dark, than in the light right now, especially right now, this time. A lot of people are lost, you feel me? So we gotta unlost them. Unlost them, I like that. I should make that an album cover name. You know what? I might just unlost them. People be like, that's such a, but hey, it works. Oh yeah, if you guys don't know already, I got some projects that I'm working on right now. I got a few singles coming out, and then I got an album directly after. Who that? Who that is? I don't know who that is. That would sound like a warrior or something. I mean, I don't mind, saying like a warrior. That'd be great. I'll take that. Oh, and real quick, guys. I want to throw this in here too. Oh, well, after I said hit the like button. Also, hit that subscribe button as well, guys. Hit that subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I'm going live, whenever I'm posting. My social media is also on my. You'll see my link as well. It's all that. It's all there. Shoot me a follow on socials. Yeah, this next season's gonna be a good one. All right. Oh, Neymar is a football player. Oh, I didn't even know that. But okay, okay, okay. I probably gotta look him up then. Now you, now you making me want to look him up. All right, I'll probably check it out. I'll check it out. But yeah, um, I want to say, guys, also, um, just as a little side hint. Hey, we got Victoria in the house. We got Victoria. I had to give you your own dance, bro. I had to give you your own dance. I got you, bro. Hey, all right, that's enough turning up. But that's what, yeah. I hope you've been good. How you been? You been good? Hope everything been well with you. You know, I know life gets busy, and we just, we on the move. We on the move. So we got to keep up with life. There's a lot of things happening. Oh, what I was gonna also say was, um, I would say, well, I want to leave a little side note, right? And it goes as follows: if you are going through tough times right now, hey, I appreciate that. Killer moves, bro. Yeah. Oh, my bad. All right. Gotta. Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that, and I'll run away with it, like Scooby Doo or something. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm doing good. I am doing amazing. Um, yeah, I'm doing good. All right. Let me see. Briefly speak on goodness affects the world. All right. Now, real quick, guys. Let's talk about how goodness. We're talking about goodness today, right? We gotta get to the bottom line of goodness. So I want to dissect it just a little bit more, real quick, with you. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how goodness is affecting the world. All right. How is affecting the world. Now, once again, you guys can look around and you can see the dysfunction that's all around us. You feel me? You see the dysfunction that's all around us. The people who are in power. We're not going to really get into details, but you kind of see how, the powers that be. What's going on, Dance Queen? How are you? Hello. So we can see basically how goodness can affect the world, and I don't mean, well, in a good way, obviously. And right now, hey, Bangladesh in the building. What's going on? Welcome. Hold on. Please, pen. Hmm? I'm not sure. Oh, I'll tell you what. Dance Queen, follow me. Okay, shoot me a follow, and I got you too. So I'll know it's you. All right. Press that like button. Shoot me a follow, and I got you. All right. So, oh, bet. There it is. There you have it. All right, got you. I got you too. All right. Now we see once again, guys, how goodness is affecting the world, right? We're talking about how goodness is affecting the world, and we see just the condition that we're in right now. We just see it, right? I mean, we all got eyes. I hope you guys got eyes. You got eyes, right? Okay. I think you got eyes. I hope you got eyes. Subscribe done. All right, bet. I got you. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see. Hold on. All right. I got you. Bet. There it is. Okay. And you can see how the world is, like, the way that it is, right? and a lot of it has to do with, I want to say, like, we gotta really like look at it for what it is, right? You gotta dissect it for what it is. It's um, dysfunction and dysfunction and um, the soul, corruption. You know, how are you gonna do that? Uh, I got to see how to do that. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Yeah, I got to see how to do it. I got you followed, so I'll be able to find you a little bit easier on my follow lists. So I got you. Um, so, and speaking about, you know, goodness and how people are dysfunctional in heart, that means you choose to follow um, evil over good. All right, it means you choose to follow evil over good. That's really what it comes down to. I like to simplify things. I don't like to complicate it. I like to simplify. I'm a simple person. I'm not complicated. Wait, I was gonna say I'm not complex, but I don't think that makes sense. I'm not complex. Well, actually, I think that word doesn't. I'm not complex at all. Yeah, it does fit better. I'm not complex. I'm a simple person. So let's give it to you simple. All right. It comes between you choosing between doing for the good side or doing for the evil side when you're faced with an option between those two. All right. Choose good over evil. Say it with me. Good over evil. Good over evil. Good over evil. Good over evil. Hey, look at that. We're already making our own song right now. Hey, we're getting lit right now. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard what I said before, but just to reiterate it, I got some working on. I got some things working on for you guys. I'll be dropping real soon. All right. Hopefully, it makes you guys happy. Get your spirit jumping. It's gonna be a fun adventure. I truly believe so. All right. Um, Now, real quick, okay, I wanna get into scriptures. We're gonna get into scriptures now. Um, so basically, scriptures from the Bible that covers and talks about goodness, things that will speak to you about goodness from the Bible, well, from how God expects us. All right. All right. Um. Oh, I want you. So real quick, guys. I want you guys to give a shout out, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Give a shout out to all the single moms out here. All right, the single moms out here that are grinding. They know what it means to provide for someone else. All right. Um, have had hardships in life. We know that being a single mom, is not easy, especially in today's society. But we know that God's with them. All right, God is with them. Even if you're not a single mom yet, I pray strength and prosperity and and blessings over women in general, because you're all special. Believe it or not, you're all special in your own way. God made you a certain way. All right. Sorry, I'm over here looking at this as well. Yeah, so, and one thing that I admire, to be honest with you, about a lot of women who are, especially single moms, maybe not even, like I said, not even single moms, just women in this world. You guys go through a lot too. I know you guys go through it. You might not speak about it. You might not be loud about it. You might need someone to talk about it. You can't find anyone to talk about it, and you're just trying to be strong and handle it by yourself. And I already know all that's there. But just know, God sees you. God does see you. He see where you at, and He's taking note, and He's gonna make a move. Just keep doing good. Keep doing good. Keep loving Him. Keep loving on others. All right. All right. All right. Let's finish up. I just wanted to throw that little snippet there in there for you guys. So let's get into the verses real quick. I got some verses for you guys. This is like the part where you just add like the little sizzle to the, you know what I'm talking about. All right. All right. So we got Psalms 34 verse 8. Let's talk about it. What does the Bible, what the Scripture, what does God have to say about goodness? All right. Let's talk about it. Psalms 34 verse 8. And this says, "Oh, taste and see that the Lord Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in Him." All right. It's basically telling you to try it. Try and see if He will not. In a sense, it's kind of like giving your own little test. The Bible doesn't. It tells us that He doesn't want us to test Him. Let me start there. But He also says taste and see, which is a form of a test itself. It's saying, come on, check me out. Come see if, what I'm trying to say? Like, come see if I will not bless you. That's what He's saying. And He's saying that those who do take refuge in Him, they won't regret it. All about that goodness. That's where it starts. You come into God. When you come into God, now you allow Him to work within you. We can try to do our works within ourselves by ourselves, but the outcome is not normally as strong and in the best outcome as it would if you follow God. You get me blood. Okay. All right. We got another Psalms, another verse for you. Psalms 107 verse 9. Psalm 107 verse 9, and this says, "For He satisfies the longing soul and fills the hungry soul with goodness." Tells you what He'll do for you. If you come with these conditions. He's saying that He got you. All right. I got another one. I got a Nahum chapter 1 verse 7. Nahum chapter 1 verse 7, and this goes and says, "Yahweh is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and He knows those who trust in Him." So he's basically, you come to Him, now you have a strong place to be, a safe place to be. That's what He's telling you. He knows when you trust Him or not. He knows if you claim faith, because a lot of people just say faith, but saying it and showing it are two completely different things. Let me try to tell you right now. It's two different things. You can't just talk and not walk the walk, faith, because walking faith, it will challenge you even if it's a small degree, from a small degree to a big degree, like that thing. I'm trying to tell you. All right. I have another verse. Let's go with Psalms 23 verse 6. Psalms 23 verse 6, and this says, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Now, this is a verse basically from the person themselves realizing that they are in a safe space, that they are in an area with God. Now that they're with Him and they're under Him, they trust in Him. These things start to show. They start to know within themselves, like, okay, now I know that I'm working. That I'm, that God actually has done performances. He's blessed to me. He's shown me things. Now, what it does is it'll strengthen you more. Now you realize, okay, this is real. This is real. And you start walking in that area. God notices when you walk closer and closer to Him. He'll know. He'll know. I should make like a little slogan. He'll know. You know how they got the little Uncle Sam thing with the little finger? All that little craziness he got going on. But instead, this one will be called He'll Know. And it'll be God looking at you like that. Like that too. Yeah. Let's see. So the one thing I wanted to add on to this last verse, I wanted to add this piece, all right? Where it says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Once again, this is the person coming to agreement, coming to understanding at this point, now that God is, a force to be reckoned with in their life. And they have come to terms with it, right? And now what happens when you come to terms with it is you start producing actions towards it now, saying, okay, now I can't just be here and not do nothing. Now I have to walk the walk too. I'm not just talking the talk. I got to walk the walk. You feel me? So, and like God says, the fruits will show. The fruits will show. You know them by the fruits. You know who's really about it. You know who's faking it. Some people might even get, be put on like, these big news station type, status, and you'll think that they got it going on, but it's not the same thing. God, that side of life, and in reality, He can use it, but he works from the minority, if I should say. If you look out all throughout scriptures, you'll see he uses the what do you call it? The underdog. In every story, he uses an underdog to combat that beat at the time, right? David versus Goliath. Everybody was scared. Nobody wanted to go against Goliath. What happened? You got this one little kid, even though he's like smaller in size. They like laughing. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? But he had already had practice in the field. See, God will have you in the field practicing first before He makes you as good as you are or need to be. He was in the field. They was in the field practicing slaying tigers and bears because he was watching over his father's sheep. So anytime animals would come to try to grab, come after the sheep, he would use his sling to defend the sheep, right? And that led him to training himself to being the person God needed him to be. He didn't even realize it. He was just doing what he do. But God would just use people like that. Look at this. Look at Moses and his story. You see how Moses, in the beginning of Moses' story, you see how God, even though there was the Pharaoh and all that, higher ups and all that, what did God do? Moses, who came from the bottom, considered at the bottom at the time, right? He was able to make a way. He was able to make a way for him to get him underneath, just underneath the nose Pharaoh. Like he had him just slide in there underneath his nose. Because he couldn't see it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the enemy will not see it coming. Basically, the enemy will not see it coming. And these are the people once again that God uses. He uses the underdogs in his story. You see, you get my picture now? You're getting me blood. Okay. If you get me, smash that like button. If you get me, smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. We taking it up. We're taking it up. Okay. Let's see. I got another verse for you guys. I got another verse. Let me know if you're ready. Let me know if you're ready. I got you anyways. Alright. Titus. This one's in Titus. Titus 3, verse 4 through 6. Titus chapter 3, verse 4 through 6. And this says, okay, but when the goodness and loving kindness of God, our Savior, appeared, he saved us, not because of works done by us in righteousness, but according to his own mercy, by the washing of regeneration and renewal of the Holy Spirit, whom he poured out on us richly through Yahushua HaMashiach, our Savior. Yedig. Alright. It is through Jesus that we are. It's not. I can't. Redeemed is a word. It's a word of many words. It's a word of many words. They don't call him the way, the truth, and the life for nothing. Let me make sure this thing is okay. We're kind of okay. He's called the way, the truth, and the life for a reason. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. I'm trying to tell you. I have another verse for you. This one's in Galatians. If you guys are just coming in, smash that. Smash that like button. Smash that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe bell. Let me see. All right, I got another one. I got another verse for you. All right, another verse. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 through 23. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 through 23. And this says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Oh, and don't forget self-control. One of the biggest ones. And self-control. Self-control. How many of us can say that we got self-control? Who can say they somewhat struggle with self-control? You know, I know it's not easy. We all being real, having that personal conversation with ourselves. We got these questions to ask ourselves. You got to be real with yourself. Do we have self-control? This is the fruit. These are fruits of the Spirit. These are fruits of the Spirit, guys. I'll repeat it. I'll repeat the fruits of the Spirit for you. This is so good. We got to get into that because, you can't. You got to make sure you know what the fruit of the spirits are. Fruits of, say it with me. Fruits of the Spirit. Fruits of the Spirit. Fruits of the Spirit. All right. That's good. That's enough. Now, fruits of the Spirit. Okay. Let's go over them again. We have love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance, and self-control. If you don't know what the fruit of the spirits are, those were it. Write it down on a piece of paper so you can have notes about it, so you can kind of keep them in mind. A lot of people, we forget what the fruits of the spirits are. I'm not being funny, I'm being real. We forget, what the fruit of the spirit is. Alright, so it'd be a good idea to write it down, Google it on Google, take a screenshot of it, just keep it in your phone. These are ideas that you can, I'm trying to say, like, kind of maneuver, make things happen in a good way. There's no bad maneuvering. See, I'm gonna teach y'all the good way. We ain't doing it that way. All right. We don't believe in the bad way. Only the good. Okay. So once again, those were the fruits of the Spirit. All right. Fruits of the Spirit. Fruits of the Spirit. Fruits of the Spirit. Fruits of the Spirit. Sorry, I get a little carried away sometimes. I make songs and music, so I do have a love and passion for music. I do. Guilty. All right, I got one more verse for you guys. And that'll be it. Last verse. The last verse. All right. The last verse, and then you can go and run and have your ice cream. And hope it's not too much, because then that probably wouldn't be the best for you. I mean, taste-wise, I'm sure it'd be pretty good. We can all agree. But let's take it easy on the ice cream, okay? All right. Take it easy. All right, so we got the last verse, guys. The last verse, it says, in Proverbs 11, verse 23. Proverbs 11, verse 23, right? What does it say? Proverbs 11, verse 23. It says, the desire, this is a good one, so listen up. The desire of the righteous ends only in good. The desire of the righteous end only in good. Ooh, I know y'all felt that. I know I felt that. I don't know if y'all felt that. I know I felt that. Alright, I hope you felt that. Now basically it's the expectation. It's the expectation of the wicked in wrath. Desire of the righteous. Give me one sec. And only in a good. Oh, okay. I'm looking at something completely different. Alright, so basically, it's now. Let me repeat that one more time. The desire of the righteous ends only in good, and the expectation of the wicked in wrath. I don't know if you felt that to the soul. I don't know if you felt that to the spirit, but my G, you felt that to the spirit? Because, like, it's telling you straight up. Like, the righteous only end in good, and the expectation, it's telling you, it's expected. It's telling you. The expectation of the wicked in wrath. It's basically saying the opposite. It's saying the opposite. It's telling you straight up.
that if you're walking in the desires of the righteous, it's telling your end will be good. But it's also telling you in the same sentence that the expectation of you walking in wickedness is you'll only end up in wrath. What does that mean? It means you're going to make life harder for yourself. You're going to pull yourself away from God in your relationship, which is it's going to ultimately irritate you. Look at what happened to I don't want to get this name wrong. Start with an S. Sorry, I'm thinking about multiple names right now, so I can't get this exact name that I want. But basically, you'll know it when you'll know it when I say it. Basically, the king at the time, he wasn't following. After I believe it was Samuel. I want to say it was Samuel. He didn't follow after Samuel, and he basically stopped listening to what God was telling Samuel to tell him to do. He stopped listening to God. He stopped listening to Samuel, stopped listening to God. And it led him in a darker and darker like hole against God. That's what it did. Okay? And what happened in that same story is he then, once realizing that God was no longer speaking to him, or no longer want anything to do with him, he wasn't hearing from God anymore. What happened? Now he started, fidgeting. He started, he started, things started coming against him. God started allowing things to come against him. His life started to spiral and go downhill from there. Right? And then it came to a point where he was so desperate. See, it'll make you go crazy. He got so desperate to the point where he went and sought out after witches who do witchcraft. So he got into witchcraft. Because he couldn't hear from God. So he decided to take matters into his own hand. Got into witchcraft and asked the witch to resummon Samuel so he can speak to Samuel. Wasn't a good idea, but fast forward. It's been speculations that the summoned being, because Samuel died, so he was dead at the time. So the witch brought him back to life, and now it's been speculations that this resurfaced being either could have been a demonic entity or it could have been the real Samuel. There's speculations up in the air about that. Who knows? I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't know. About that specific detail, by the way. About that specific detail. But nonetheless, he pursued this witch to bring him back to life, asking him, because he was being pressed by warriors, his enemies, and he was desperate at the time. So he needed to find and ask God for guidance. And what should he do? Direction, guidance, things like that. So obviously he didn't hear from God, but he was trying to get advice from Samuel, directly from Samuel instead of from God. If you think about that, which is kind of crazy. Like, you could have easily talked to God one solid time without going to the witch. Maybe he would have heard you that one time. Who knows? But the one time you chose to go to a witch, what I'm trying to say? Like, something's backwards here, bro. Something's backwards. Was it Solomon? I think it could have been Solomon. Sorry. It's just not hitting my mind. And, okay, so Now that he has went, so basically, yeah. So he was desperate, went after, you know, did some spiritual work to get Samuel to come up, right? Um, Now Samuel, in this being at the time that resurrected, he was like, "Why are you um, resurrecting me?" You know, you basically the entire conversation was, why are you speaking to me? Why are you resurrecting me? Um, you know, God, he turned his back from you, and then he proceeds to go on to tell him what's the outcome of what's going to happen in the war, and basically saying that the war was not going to end well for Solomon. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Um, the couple verses right after. So once again, we see what happens when we choose to walk away from God. You know, we turn our backs from God. The story can end very bad. Okay, even when you're doing bad, I will say this: even when you're doing bad, still try to seek Him. Don't just stop seeking Him because you think, oh, I'm doing too much bad, He's not gonna listen to me. It's never. As long as you got breath in your body, just keep pressing. All right. As long as you got breath. Wait, how Jamaicans be saying breath? Breath in your body. As long as you gotta give me some kind of props, bro. I'm a whole Haitian trying to talk Jamaican, so you gotta give me props, all right? Ugh. Sorry, AC's nostrils. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Goodness, exercise it. Um, Definitely something that we need to exercise more. Um, the work of our, from within, and the main solution. Once again, I just feel like is if we just get closer to God, then He'll basically fix us up from the inside out. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we'll be fixed. So, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna end it here. It's been fun. I love you guys. You guys are chill, cool, my peeps. And I will catch you next week around the same time, 11:30, 12 o'clock. 11:30, 12 o'clock, sometimes 12:30, depends on how things are looking. All right. One time for my boys, Haiti. We coming up. I did say I want to be the first to say this. Actually, while I'm here, I want to say this so everybody knows it's been said. All right. Because of this, they say, well, not they haven't said anything. I just said this, but I say something's in the air because this is a really big move. Basically, God is doing something. He shows us things in the details. We just got to pick it up. We got to be mindful, thoughtful of the details when God's speaking to us. Because He speaks, trust me. He will speak to us. But we got to be the ones to catch it. And act, not just catch it, but catch it, be aware of it, and act on it. Act. Because the acting is one of the biggest parts. Alright? So yeah, once again, guys, it's been real. Rocking with you. Sorry, I just had a need to dance. I like to dance too. Yeah. So yeah. Well, guys, once again, love you. Catch me next week around the same time. Once again, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Help your boy get this on the algorithm because I feel like a lot of people need to hear this. It'll help a lot of people out. Hit that subscribe button so you can be notified. All right. And yeah. Love you guys, all right? I will catch you guys on the flip next week, same time. We will go over another fruit of the Spirit. Next week will be another fruit of the Spirit I want to talk about. All right? Much love, guys, and holla at your boala.